if you have a Norwex kitchen cloth and you find it kind of smells bad, I'm going to just review some of the top ways that you are actually the one that's making it smell bad. This is all about you and your problems, people. Okay, so let's talk about after you use your kitchen cloth, how you hang it up. You need to make sure that this is drying effectively in between uses, because the Norwex kitchen cloth has back lock in it, and the back lock is a microsilver that is going to prevent the growth of bacteria, mold, and fungi within your cloth. That's why these are super extraordinary kitchen cloths. They're not like the average kitchen cloth. However, the microsilver cannot work unless the cloth is able to dry. So make sure that in between uses, your cloth is being hung in a way that it can dry well. So that might include draping it over your sink like this. It may include hanging it on a hook. A lot of people have designated hooks for their Norwex in their kitchen, right? So you need to make sure that you have a spot to hang it. If you have spouses or family members that are not doing this, it's a simple, quick training session. Hey everybody, when you're done using the kitchen cloth, please make sure that you rinse it and that you hang it up to dry. That does bring up the next statement of rinsing. Make sure that you are rinsing it in between uses, because the silver can become overloaded and incapable of getting rid of all of the bacteria in the cloth if there's more than it can handle. So the way that you prevent it from being overloaded is rinsing in between uses. It's not always possible to rub it against itself under the running water in between uses, but as frequently as you're able, make sure that when you rinse it, you're kind of rubbing it together to get rid of any extra dirt and buildup and everything inside of it. If you're able to use hot water, then that is even better. The hot water is going to help expand the little pockets inside your kitchen cloth. And when they're expanded, they can release everything that they're holding on to. So that hot water is really great for your kitchen cloths. So those are a few tips to help make sure that your kitchen cloth does not get nasty and smelly. Another thing to remember is these kitchen cloths work best when they don't come in contact with dish soap, unless you are using a green version of dish soap. That can be a Norwex brand, it can be another brand. Full disclosure, I don't use the Norwex brand. I don't like it. It doesn't make my dishes come clean. So I go down the organics aisle at my grocery store and find what's on sale that week. I have been loving this brand. This smells like lavender. It's a lavender essential oil. It's fabulous. So this is a great option if you want to switch to something green. These cloths, when you use something like Dawn dish soap or Palmolive, they have a lot of fillers and a lot of heavy fragrance in them, and microfiber doesn't handle all of that stuff well. What's going to happen is microfiber, it's going to just become overloaded, and that won't wash out even in the washing machine, and that's going to end up coating the microsilver, especially if it's heavily fragranced, and the microsilver just won't be able to work. So then the result is you'll get a smelly dishcloth, and sometimes you'll get a slimy dishcloth that even after you launder it, you can't get rid of that slimy, nasty feeling. So make sure that you are either not using it in soapy water, or you're using a greener solution. And if you want a better alternative for washing dishes, then the Norwex dishcloth is your best option for washing dishes. And this legitimately never gets smelly, you guys, because it's not even microfiber, it's nylon. It's non-absorbent, so it's not going to absorb any smells or fillers or anything like that. The last thing is to make sure that you're going to launder your kitchen cloth on a regular basis. These can last longer than the average kitchen cloth. However, once again, there is a capacity to what the silver can do. And in the kitchen, you're using this constantly. It's a dirty space, and it doesn't always dry effectively in between uses because you're using it all the time in the kitchen, right? So you want to make sure that you are laundering it frequently. I have a lot of kitchen cloths. I don't want them ever to get smelly, so I personally tend to wash them at at the end of every single day. Not everyone does that. Not everyone finds that it's even remotely necessary. But I would recommend that you do at least launder them after every couple of days. If you let them go a week in between washings, you're gonna find that they just get kind of nasty. Now, when it comes to laundering your kitchen cloths, don't be afraid to throw it in the washing machine and the dryer. There's no need to baby your cloths. These are sturdy, hardy, they're able to withstand all of that. Sometimes people walk away from parties hearing the rules about avoiding dryer sheets, and for some reason their brain flips that and interprets it as don't put it in the dryer. So I know that some people will hand wash their kitchen cloths and hang them to dry. Don't do that. Throw them in the washing machine in the dryer with your other Norwex or with your sheets. Put them on a nice hot wash and launder them and dry them. So those are my tips to help you avoid smelly kitchen cloths. If you have any questions about that or you want clarifications, feel free to ask away. Remember, I'm always here to help. I love talking about Norwex, so questions get me excited. They don't waste my time, and there are no dumb questions because, especially if you're new to Norwex, it's a bit of a learning curve, and it's kind of hard to remember some of the details or even understand some of it. So feel free to ask for clarification. And if you are like intrigued by this and you don't even own a kitchen cloth, then contact me and I can help you out and get you some kitchen cloths. They're actually the avocado color ones are on sale right now. There's a warehouse sale, so instead of $11.99 each, they're only $9.99. So maybe that's the perfect way for you to get started. And it's the best color ever because avocado color, right? Thanks for joining me, everyone. Have a happy day cleaning your kitchen.